Hello, sketching um my portrait sketchbook today. So I hop on. I was kind of over the oops. Let me see. I was over at TikTok earlier, but YouTube is more fun to hang out. So here I am sketching. Oops. Let me see closer. Let's see. I was um I was gone a few days because we have was it snowstorm yesterday in Montana. This winter has been very warm, the warmest it has ever been. We don't have enough snow, but then suddenly we got snow yesterday, a lot of snow. So unpredictable, isn't it? So I didn't leave my house yesterday, which is nice, but also I don't get to sketch. Also Wednesday I was busy. I had a doctor's appointment. So I am scheduled for my shoulder surgery in June. I will have to get my rotator cuff fixed, and I'm not going to be able to use my right arm, and I do write with my right. I'm a righty. And I'm actually not a righty by choice, because when I was a little girl, I remember writing with my left, and in Thailand, they switch you. They make sure all the kids use their right hand because I think that's smart because you don't want to be the lefty, especially in Thailand. It's hard to find equipment for a lefty. Here, I know people like to be a lefty, especially if you play sports. It's good to be different, I guess. So I was born a lefty, and they made me switch to my right hand. So I'm glad because being a lefty would suck so bad to journal. And then you have to buy everything left-handed. So that is not fun. I feel bad for lefties. I mean, it's cool to be a lefty, especially if you're an artist. You're like real artists is a left-handed people. Anyways, I have to learn to use my left hand soon because my surgery is in June on June 25th this year, and they say I am not allowed to use my right arm. It has to be in the sling for like 3 months or something like that. So it's ridiculous. Imagine not using my arm for that long. I journal every day, so that's gonna be so difficult. So my plan is to use my left. Let's try. Should I try? No, that's so uncomfortable. I will have to anyway soon, so I'm gonna use my right hand until I can't. So anyways, you guys not gonna see me post anything probably for a long time while I recover from my surgery. And we'll see how that goes. Anyways, so I started this sketch like doing the face and all that, which is not how I like to do, but I thought I'll try it that way. And I don't really like it. I should have just started with one eye and sketch out from there. That's the easiest way to sketch for me. But I was just curious to see if I could measure out ahead of time, which obviously it's doable for me. It's just not comfortable to do, not my favorite. Anyway, so this is an actress that I don't know her name, but I know her face. I want to see if hi, Brazil, from Brazil. Brazilian, okay. What time is it in Brazil right now? Oh, India also. That's amazing. Where from India? I've never been. My sister been, but I've never been. I used to do a lot of Ashtanga Mysore, so I always like curious about going to Mysore to learn Ashtanga, but not never actually made it to India. And I don't do Ashtanga anymore because my bad shoulder. Um, Wait, what is that question? Are you planning to do anatomy exercises as well? What do you mean anatomy exercises? You mean like PT for my surgery, or you're talking about yoga right now? I'm doing PT. I've been doing PT since my injury because I couldn't lift my arm in October, November. I no, December is when I started my PT. And I'm still working with my PT before surgery. You need to get it strong before surgery, but it's not improving. I mean, I can live with it, but I won't be able to do any sports. Oh, anatomy for drawings. No, actually, I have not. Like, I don't know why I like to do faces. I'm not interested in the whole body. Maybe I will in the future. I just like to do like up close because I like to paint. Um, People say that my painting and my sketches are very soulful. It's almost like you can kind of see feel the soul. So I think that's why I like to do the faces because I wanted to feel the energy of the subject I am sketching or painting, the animals or the people. Like you almost can feel the energy from the eyes and stuff like that. I think that's what I'm interested in. The body, oh, you mean like learning how to, yeah, I don't learn the anatomy or like the measurement of the face. I know there's like a formula to it. I know a little bit, but I'm not interested in that approach. I'm too impatient and I just like to be just intuitively do things and feel things out and make mistakes and just figure it out with like whoops with each sketches and stuff like that. I probably should do a proper training for that, but I am not interested in that at the moment. Maybe in the future I will. 'Cause I don't know. I just want to jump in and start. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be so technical. I don't want to measure things. I'm too lazy for that. It is a little bit difficult to see because the phone is in my face, so I have to like let me move this. Hold on. Okay, let's do this quickly because this is just practice. It's kind of like my quick. I usually do it really quick and I don't even have like a smooth line like this. Usually it's like just get it done. But because I'm doing it live for you guys, I feel a little bit pressure to try a little bit harder just so that, maybe it looks a little bit better than normal. But I don't know. Sometimes it's more exciting to just go wild. Be perfection is not fun and boring. Boring as hell, especially in art. I love people who are so confident and they can just like do ugly drawings and they don't care, but then they have their own style. That is exciting and fun for sure. Um, I'm trying to read. Use to learn to place general information, special. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree. I should learn the basic rule. I think I've done it before. I don't remember it because I didn't do it for too long. So are you saying that my drawing is off? Is that why you suggest I should learn anatomy of the face? Mm-hmm. True. So do you have your own style? Do you sketch um consistently? I probably will in the future when I feel like being a little bit more nerdy about this. But right now I'm just being playful, but I'm self-taught and I like it that way for now. Just wing it, learning, like experiment and what's that word? Yeah, just try and error, experiment, learn from mistakes. And then when if I feel frustrated with things that I can't do well, I probably will look into ways to improve upon that, probably. But at the moment, I am fine with this technique for now. Also, I'm not trying to be a portrait artist. Yeah, I do have like, where is my sketchbook? Oh, I think it's at home. It's like the basic anatomy of like where the ears land and the eyes and all that stuff. I think I have that type of learn to draw basic books, and I might have look at it one day and play with it one time, but it's just not exciting for me. And it's all about following what's exciting for you. And everybody have their own path, and I think it's fun to be different or like find your own ways because then you can be true to yourself and unique. If everybody like learned the same way and do everything the same way, then it's not very exciting or unique, I feel. So, but anyways, I always follow my inner guides and whatever exciting for me, I just do it. I like to wing it. That's just my thing. I don't read instructions when I receive things. I just look at it and like figure it out on my own. Like I don't like to follow instructions at all. I just look at things and like, okay, I think this is how we do it. You know, that's how I live my life. It's fun that way for me. Figure it out, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. It's fun. It's like discovery. Um, yeah, I mean, of course, fundamental is always important. But because I am not trying to be anything, I don't feel like I need to learn anything right now if I don't feel like it. I think I will eventually. I'm sure there'll be days that I'm like, I'm curious and I'm gonna be like, let me look this up. Let me practice this. I might even do it this weekend and maybe because you talk about it, I might actually find that little booklet and look at it. I might see if it makes sense to me. But yeah, I'm not the measuring type person. I like to just eyeball everything. Even when I'm building stuff, I just made journals and stuff. I'm supposed to measure and have templates for that kind of stuff, and I don't. I just like, let me just eyeball it. This is where the hole's gonna be. That's just how I am, and I kinda not mind a little bit of imperfection, so, you know that's just me. That's just who I am. I am not technical at all. Um, Definitely, I think fun is key for life. I mean, not too crazy. You don't wanna be, like, all fun and not responsible for what you have to do and stuff like that, but, I mean, it's always so important to, like, follow your joy and do what excites you and find your true authentic self, your true passion, what really spark your joy, that type of thing. And it sounds so easy, but sometimes it's so confusing. I feel like we don't really know until we try it to know if this is for us or not. Because people tell us all the time what's the right thing to do or be or feel. You're just like so programmed to be productive and be perfect and all that stuff, but it's not about that at all. I think we just have to reprogram ourselves, and like the most important thing is to be true to yourself. Like what's exciting for you and all that stuff. And I'm still trying and learning about myself to be as authentic as I can. And it's still confusing even at my age at 48. I'm not young anymore and I'm still learning about myself. Let's sharpen the pencil. But yeah, thank you for chatting with me. This makes it fun. So, from India, huh? Can anybody tell who this is? Might be a little bit hard to tell at the moment. Okay. See if I get the nose right. Nose is always tricky because there's so many like the curves and things like that. I always think that everything is contextual and everything has its place. Hmm. I mean, I feel like the society kind of designed to makes it difficult for us to be authentic. Like you don't want to stand out ever. And I still have fear of standing out, of being seen, and I think we all do. It's better to just like fit in and like hide in the crowd, right? And like so being an artist and try to find your really like your true voice is not really that easy because you're not trained or you're not raised to stand out. Like that's not like for me, I don't like to stand out. I want to hide and be in my little cave. I don't People don't have to like judge me or see me what I'm doing is good or bad. But you have to like be so okay with yourself. You love your work so much that it doesn't matter if somebody just like, "Oh, you suck." You don't care because you know yourself and you know what you're doing. There are works that not it's so funny every time I do something that I am not proud of, that I don't like and I don't want people to see. I was like maybe I shouldn't share this. But then I'm like, okay, I'm going to share it anyways. And then those videos usually get so many views and people actually like those and I was like, "Oh my gosh." cringe. And every time I'm like so excited about my work, I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. This people gonna love this. And then it doesn't do as well. So like you can't judge your work. You gotta like try not to judge because you never know. Like we're so critical of ourselves. It's all about the process. Like you enjoy doing it. You enjoy being curious, learning about art or whatever, and then you let it go. And you just keep going. You just keep working. You just keep drawing. You keep sketching and playing and find your voice and then not thinking about how it's going to be received because that's not the point. The point is you're having fun and you're expressing yourself and you're excited about ideas that comes to you or what happens on the canvas and you're just like yeah, live for that moment because you're so surprised like, "Oh my gosh, I can paint." You know? Like, "I didn't know I could paint," or whatever. Like, that is what we live for. The flow state or the time when we're, like, channeling some work that we didn't even know we can do, we don't even know that that's the direction where we're going. Like, the unknown is scary, but it is what we should be living for. Getting lost and then find your way back. That kind of thing. Um, Let me see. Um, I am an artist. You, I am trying to understand, but I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. I gotta go back and read it. Sorry. Yeah, I'm spending too long on this sketch. This is not ideal. I wanted to do it faster, but I'm almost done anyway, so. Um, I hmm, I am trying to understand what you're saying. Learning, what is this? Supposed to be different from first? Hmm. Well, I don't think you want to just be different for sake of being different and try to stand out because you don't want to be like other people, but you don't want to be a clone in any way possible. But like the whole world is training us to be a clone, like a factory, like a mass produce. Everybody think the same. Every dressed the same. Everybody wants to look the same. Like even if you look at all this celebrity plastic surgery, they're all starting to look alike. Everybody have this like same body shape, gigantic lips. I don't know. There's a standard of like what beauty is, what even their house, like everybody have like beige or like monochromatic home or like white walls or I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just saying like normally people would just paint their wall colors in like a acceptable color. There's very rare you see a house that is just explosion of colors and fun and like crazy colors. You don't see much of that. People are afraid to just do things that maybe, you can't sell your house if you do so. But I've seen homes that are painted so wildly by an artist who lives there, and it is so fun. I am actually going to do that to my house. I will share that when I have that done. It's gonna be wild. I'm excited. How can you be different if you don't understand the system? Does that um I guess makes sense with art if you don't know the basic. It's like you can't break the rule if you don't know the rules. Like if because I do abstract also, and that applies to abstract art for sure. You don't want to just draw when you don't know how to draw and then you try to create work. But yeah, I get what you mean. It's a very, very common, or what you call it, a known phrase. You can't break the rule until you like learn the rule. So okay, I know what you're talking about. All right, let's get this done quickly. So how does that go with being an artist? You have to learn the rules of how, like, I don't I'm never think about it that way, I guess. I don't know. I guess I don't know what is the rule for artists. Is there a rule to be an artist? I don't know. Usually art has no rules. Wait, are you the one from India? Okay, I see this eye is not large enough, but I don't know if I can correct it now. It's supposed to be larger. Okay, I see some messages. Hold on. Yeah, I agree. But there's all kinds of style of art. There's a lot of there's so many different ways you can go about it. And I mean, if you talk about abstract world, I don't know if you need to be able to draw. I mean, a lot of abstract artists can't draw, and it's not about that. It's about feeling and about the color combination, about the marks they created. It's about how they feel, and they don't really need to be able to draw accurately at all. They just know what they like, their style, the color combination. It's so different. That's why I'm like doing both because I'm like in between. I'm doing some realism, I do some abstract, I intuitively, oops, I like to learn and do it all, you know? Earrings, let's get this done. Spending way too long here. This is supposed to be like a daily sketch. This is what I do. Well, maybe not every day, but as often as I can without overthinking it. It's just till I practice my accuracy, my eye, relaxation, you know. Also to keep creating. And this one is like a mindless creation because you're just copying basically, which is to some people this is the most boring way to create because you're just copying a photograph. But this is just for my practice so I can be a little bit accurate. And so when I do my art or painting, I can create whatever I want because I've done it all the time. But I do not want to paint something from a photograph, obviously. Okay, let's see. I think this side is a little bit lost the highlight. So let's go here. There's always a little bit of highlight line right there. And then here is super dark. She's blonde, so her hair is gonna be very light up top. And then shadow under her shin. Do it quickly. Well, thank you for hanging out with me again. Let's see. I'm gonna have to read this comments. So here I am not gonna be so detailed. I'm just gonna fill in the shadows quickly under her face. Like I said, this should be done fairly quickly because it's a practice sketch and it's not a real work that I'm gonna hang or show people. It's just my sketchbook. There. Oh, then we have this part. Let me sharpen my pencil. All right. So up here also, it doesn't matter, right? Her hair, I'm just gonna suggest the part in the middle quickly. And because her hair is blonde, we're gonna keep it pretty light. I think it's coming down here. The edge, the hairline. Okay. I'm checking right now to see if I need to add anything. sculpting her face now, just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Argentina. Wow. Today I feel like very international. There was a Brazilian, people from India. Okay, let's see. I'm reading the messages right now. I don't want to miss out on any comments. Okay. Well, I think the sketch is almost done. It's probably good enough for a sketchbook work. And if you like this, just make sure you subscribe. I will do a lot of live. I'm planning on doing a lot of live in the future. But like I said, I'm getting surgery done. So my rotator cuff, I won't be able to do this for quite a few months. So in the meantime, I will be able to for a little bit. I think my surgery is June 25th. That's the date. So after that, you won't see me for a while. And thank you all for watching and commenting, being here with me so I'm not just alone. It was fun chatting about art. Hope you guys create every day or often. I think keep your creativity is so important. To stay connected to that part of yourself is very important. And we're so busy with whatever we have to do to survive this life. So finding time to create is not easy, I know. But that's why if you have a sketchbook or something set up by your desk, your breakfast table, your bedside table, in your backpack, you can pull out a little sketchbook and create, even paint something abstract. Just play with your art supplies, play with your highlighters. You know, keep that thing going. Just play. It's not about perfection, it's about staying connected to your creativity in yourself. That is the most important thing. I have ordered the new Tom Studio highlighters. I'm very excited to play with those. I will be sharing when I receive the package. I am excited about it. They have really high quality supplies. They're a little bit pricey, but I love quality products. I will come back again if I paint today in this afternoon. We'll see. But we are done for now. Okay, I don't need to do any more. Let's see up close. I guess her eyes, the real person, has really large eyes, and this is too regular because her eyes are so big. Anyways, bye.